Bro, it is super warm in there, so Godspeed. Yeah.
Sarah, say hi to the vlog. Hi. Want to take a picture too? You know we love and support Sarah on this channel.
Oh my god, thank you.
Something for the vlog? This is so cute.
Okay, blow.
Just finished our panel.
Hey.
How do you feel about it?
Oh,
I loved it.
It was great. It was great. We
was
had
so much
all of the
fun.
questions.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
We are fans. I am a fan today.
Only today.
Yeah, we came down the hall to see Michael James Shaw and Paola.
Hi, cutie. Look at you. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Stunning.
Usually I'm in the... I know that's right, Sarah. We make reaction videos. It's like a thing. I'm a part of the community. Hi, Paola. Hi, Michael. So I got a question for each of y'all.
What's your name?
Mashawn. I thought I said that. I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
Not Michonne. Michonne.
If I was cosplaying, I would definitely be Denai. I definitely would. So what was Princess's state of mind when she was alone by herself in the city for all of that time? And how long was she by herself? Because she was very excited to see people.
Right, yes.
And I've been very curious.
She was by herself for a year, approximately. And she hadn't seen anybody living. Like, all she had seen were zombies for that whole year. And it kind of felt like what we were all going. It was so weird that my character came out on April 5th, not of last year, the year before. We were all stuck at home. I was living with my parents again. I hadn't lived with my parents since I was 17. So I think she felt like how we were all feeling of like, what's it gonna be like when I'm around people again? Like, and you know, she just wants to make friends. Like, she wants to be accepted for who she is, and that's why she's so excited when she sees it, and that's why she's like so wild. And she's like, oh, should I be like this, or should I be like that? Or should I be
She was trying to hold it in a little bit, but she was like, I love y'all.
Yeah.
Do you love me? I love you. Can I come?
Kick it, come out. Put your feet up, or something like that. Yeah.
And we love her. You can stay forever. Now, Michael, they've hurt me with quite a few deaths. I hope they don't hurt me anymore. It's the end of the show, so almost anybody can go at this point. Okay, now I got a question. I want to know, do Mercer get any days off? And if he do get a day off work, what does an off day for Mercer look like? Completely just detached from the Commonwealth and just be Mercer?
He does not get any days off, but I guess an off day would be like going outside of the Commonwealth grounds and just like releasing into some walkers for a good hour. Taking off the armor and just going ape shit for about...
Fighting the walkers just raw. You don't care where you get bit.
Oh, I'm not getting big.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a sport, you know?
I mean, you made it this long, so.
True, yeah.
I love you both.
Thank you, dear.
Love them. All right, so got here. I did the reactor panel, and then we went to Michael James Shaw and Paola panel, aka Princess and Mercer. Now I'm down in the convention. I met some of y'all. Shout out to y'all. Anybody that met me and took a picture of me, please tweet it with me. Tweet it, tag me in it. But look at this, y'all. This just tickled me. Look at this. That just fucking tickled. I kind of need that hoodie. Father, not the father. Love that. I know some of the vendors today is not going to be some of the same vendors from yesterday. So honestly, let me just give y'all another tour. Fight the Dead, Fear the Living. Beach Ball Styles, the Lady Nuts. Watch out, we got a badass over here. I will shut that shit down. All right, let me keep walking. So let me just do a loop-de-loo, I think. I don't know. Let me walk around, y'all. Cosplay is not consent. Cosplay is not consent. Please keep your hands to yourself. If you would like to take a picture with or of another fandemic attendee. Always ask first and respect that person's right to say no. Please be respectful and kind to each other. Those signs are everywhere. They've been here every day. I'm not gonna play with him. He would say yes in Michael Myers. I'm just working the floor. Hey, these masks was these, y'all. Masks and weapons and shit. Y'all saw this booth. This booth. I'm gonna take y'all to the booths that I ain't take y'all to yesterday. Ooh, not the creepy dolls. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Cryptic Cooties. That's the name of this, y'all. Cryptic Cooties. That's funny. So y'all saw that yesterday. Markman's Toys, collectibles. Now if I see a Michonne Funko Pop, I'm gonna have to grab it, but I don't see any Michonne. Not me yawning. Bitch, it's like 2 o'clock. Oh, I showed y'all this table. Well, whatever money I got left, I'm gonna go get one of them Michonne things. I swear I should FaceTime my cousin and show her these. Hey, good.
I like the shoes.
Thank you. I'm walking the floor. I gotta see everything. Were you here yesterday?
I was here.
You was?
Were you?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing this. This art is dope as fuck. Y'all, this art look even better in person. Kirk Manley Studio. Ooh, Amazing Heroes minifigures. This is so cute. 6 for $20. I mean, and this is just a treasure trove if you really want to get into it. We got somebody over here with some cups. Fortnite forever. My little brother would think this shit is so funny. Not the dab, the Fortnite dab. I love just walking the convention floor so all y'all that can't be here can see it.
And Scooter.
I'm still in the back left corner. Like, I haven't even made it through the whole back left corner yet, y'all. Truly a convention. Michael fucking Myers. Jason fucking Voorhees. Welcome to the premiere, bitch. I never knew that was Jason's last name. I'm not finna play with Michael hiding behind the grass like he do in the movie. Oh yeah, this the crystals and shit. The Black Girl Coloring Book. I showed y'all them yesterday. And then... Ew. I don't know what they say, but it literally says ew books. Oh, they painting again. Y'all, do not play with her. Look at her doing Andy. And then I already did Chandler. Don't play with her. With this lady. Y'all better stay out their way. Y'all don't want to get ran over. I wonder if we're going to see Rick again. Oh, look at Carol. Y'all, I really need to cosplay as Denai and quit bullshitting. I swear, one of these days, I'm going to probably fuck around and be Denai for Christmas. But I got to find... Oh my goodness. Not Goldilocks the Savior. Y'all see Goldilocks the Savior?
Yeah.
Look. He ain't CRM Rick today. He Savage Rick today. You could take pictures with them, and then you got a Michonne cosplayer, of course. Oh, I feel bad for all of y'all that can't come to the conventions. Yo, I'm still in the back left corner. Emily Rose, I literally don't even know who that is. The Shepherd. Who is the Shepherd? I don't get this booth. Who is Dean Cain? Oh, he played Superman before.
But there might be one down here.
Oh, Rooker. Where's Rooker? I see Rooker's table, but don't see Rooker. Oh, I see him over there. Y'all see him over there with the brown jacket on? Good old Rooker. Dan Folger. Y'all know we ain't seen Luke in so long. Get some more art. They got that beta art that I showed y'all yesterday. Squishy Apple Graphics. David Del Rocco, Sean Patrick Flannery is here. Oh, fake Walker makeup. Oh, you could sit here and get fake Walker makeup. If I wasn't dressed so cute today, then I definitely would get some Walker makeup on me. But I'm dressed too cute today. Oh, Ryan Hurst. Oh my God, I should go to his table. He lost a lot of weight. Y'all know he vegan, right? I should go to his table and talk to him about being vegan. Of course, Sarah is in Paola's line. Joy Fatone from NSYNC is here. There's a Emily Swallow, I don't know who that is. It says sign my car. The Walking Dead Special Edition 2104 Hyundai Tucson. This vehicle is one of 1,000 specifically designed for the zombie apocalypse, produced by Hyundai Motor America and designed by the creator of The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of The Walking Dead graphic novels. Oh, I want to sign it. Oh, not the ears. The Daryl the Walker ears, y'all. And then you got a little Lucille in the window and a little Walker thing. Hey, why he look scary? He got his gear. Oh my God, bitch, that's Merle. I just realized that's Merle. Oh wow, everybody, the tombstones from the seasons.
Oh man, that's really cool.
Season 1, Amy, Jim, Dr. Edwin, Jenner, Ed. Season 7, Glenn. Glenn.
Oh no, Sasha.
That's my girl.
Right?
These are all the places on the map.
All the people who died in the season.
So this is, okay, so let me see. So this is the Whale Walker. Stop. That's Glenn and Abraham getting Lucille. It said, do you recognize all of these? And it's like telling you the different things. Y'all know, let's see if I could guess all of these. This is like a cute game. So this is Glenn and Abraham getting Lucille. Obviously. This is the Whale Walker. And then this is Rick waking up in the hospital. Don't open dead inside. This is, when the fuck was this? I don't remember this. What was this, y'all? Daryl riding over a walker going past 85. When did Daryl run over this walker? This could have been at any time. You got Ezekiel with Shiva. and Jerry. And then you got Michonne, of course, with her 2 walkers behind her whooping ass. You got Mercer now. And then you got, oh damn, not the Pikes. And then you got the governor in his fish tank. The walker full of walker head. And little Penny. Oh, Dale's RV. The Winnebago. And then, oh, this is Princess. This is Princess. Carl and the pudding on top of the house. And then you got Rick from his last episode riding on that white horse. And then, what's this right here? That's Merle out there with his one little piece of arm. Ooh, I did not mean to bump this. When was this? I think, was that? When they had these walkers, when was this in the show? I want to say around the time we was in the prison and they was dropping walkers off, but I'm not sure. It's a black man doing it. I'm not sure. And, oh, up here we got Eugene and them getting ice cream. That was recent. And then this is Rick, but comment what this is, y'all. This is Rick doing what? Where the fuck was Rick at? And then, oh, this is Glenn. That's them outside the prison, of course. Oh, look at the flowers. Look at the flowers. Yeah, that's everything. Let's see if I found them all. The prison, Princess, yep, the hospital, Will Walker, Dale's RV, Heads on Pikes, Eugene's Rocky Road. Look at the flowers, the Walker pit and truck. Yeah, but I said that, but I don't know where it was. Oh, this is the pit. I didn't even notice it was a pit. Yeah, it's definitely giving Governor Woodbury. Yeah, now I remember the pit. And then it's a Pudding House, of course, Governor and Penny, Rick in the boiler room. What boiler room? That's of the prison, I think. Oh, when he was losing his mind talking to Lori. Now I remember. Negan kills, of course. Where you see Carol's cookies? Where you see Carol's cookies? I mean, I see more of the prison up there. Blending them. But I don't see Carol's cookies. I only see, just look at the flowers. We got Carl and the pudding. Comment below, y'all. I don't see Carol's cookies. Of course, I saw Beta and Alpha. Mercer and Daryl. Okay, I thought that was Daryl. Rick on the horse, Daryl on the motorcycle. Oh, okay, so it just says Daryl on motorcycle. I thought that was supposed to name a specific scene. Ezekiel, Jerry, and Sheba. Where you see the helicopter? Helicopter right here. Didn't even see it up there. It's blending in. CRM. And then Michonne and her pets. Merle fights Walker and Walker Merle. Yes. I love this car. This is so fucking cool. Okay, now let me finish working this back corner of the convention. Chad Coleman's table. Oh, back over there, that's where you gotta wait in line for the photo ops. Oh my God, I need to actually go pick up my VIP from Melissa. Look at Seth Gilliam. Michael Myers is just sitting here playing with that grass. He is funny as fuck. I walked y'all down here yesterday, Cudlett's table and them Seth Gilliam. Look, LOL, there goes Seth Gilliam. He's cool. Oh, the girl from Fear. Too bad I fucking hate Fear. Kari's table, of course. I showed y'all all this. Y'all know this setup. Let's keep working the venue to see the rest of these vendors that y'all ain't seen yet. The Walking Dead cast and crew, please sign my car. Dead inside. AMC The Walking Dead, Virginia. Here's another car. This is Lucille and she is awesome. So this is where I was showing y'all yesterday where people be in line for the photo ops. When I showed y'all this yesterday, it was late and there wasn't really nobody over here. Also, when people damn, I had something to say, I done forgot. But yeah, I gotta meet Melissa at 4, and it's like 2 o'clock. Let me see. Let me check my phone. It's 2:07. I gotta meet Melissa at like 4, so I got time. These are people's photo ops. Like, they literally print your picture out right here. I don't know what pose I'm gonna do with Melissa because I didn't know it was gonna be glass in between us until like a couple of days before when I checked the schedule. I'm gonna fuck around and record while I'm in there with Melissa. I'm gonna just have my camera on record in my pocket. I mean in my purse so you can hear it. $4.20. What's this about? Do I really want to find out? I don't know. Ooh, animals. Oh, these are so cute. Somebody got a ringtone like my grandma. I just heard it. So much going on, y'all. Recondition. Eat, sleep, kill zombies. Cookie with Carol. Y'all see the apron with the cookies on it? It's funny. Ooh, I like these books. These journals. These blank journals. These are nice. Adventure journal. These are nice. These are nice. Oh, this look like that thing from Game of Thrones that Sam stabbed that White Walker with. Funko Pops. Somebody get over here. Y'all, whenever the camera ain't focused, I'm sorry. You know my camera got a lot to focus on. I'm at a whole ass convention. This man got masks over here. Look at that little Rick up there in the corner. Y'all see Rick? Got all kind of figures and stuff. Ooh, look at Rick and Morgan. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. It's okay. Look at Rick and Morgan. Paola called me cute, so y'all really can't tell me shit today, as far as I'm concerned. Are there live animals over here? Why do we have a lamp? Oh, there's snakes, of course. Well, here's a snake that doesn't look alive, but it very much is because I saw the tongue come out. Did y'all see the tongue? A whole ass snake in this little ass tank. What up, nigga? What up, nigga? What up, nigga? He looks so smooth. I don't fuck with snakes. I never open that shit. Oh my goodness. He's beautiful. She's beautiful. Brownie. The leopard tortoise. Y'all, I literally be saying that. Hey, Brownie. Can I touch you? Hey. I'm vegan. I don't eat meat. Hey, Brownie. Hey, Brownie. I'm finna take a picture on my phone. Look at his feet. They're so dry. Brownie, the leopard tortoise. Oh, hell no. Georgia Reptile Society, Education and Conservation. Look at this shit. Hell no. Look at this shit.
Kind of like most of us on Thanksgiving. You don't stick your hand in front of someone's plate full of turkey and not expect to get stabbed. If you are feeding a snake, they are very instinctive creatures when it comes to food. If they smell food, they will strike at food. But just like you and I wear contacts. You're wearing glasses. Many of you are wearing glasses or contacts. Snakes are not perfect predators. They're just very good at it. And just like any other animal, they're capable The rest of their
That girl
brain
holding
is
that big ass snake. I don't want no parts. That's a big ass snake. Oh my goodness, wait. More animals. Wait a minute. Oh, you could buy the plushies and stuff. Oh, look it.
I have another one, but he's a male.
Billy Mays, the corn snake.
He's madly in love with her. She hates him. So I can only bring one or the other. So.
Oh wait, what's this over here?
No, hers is very sweet, very calm.
What's over here? Oh, look at the shed.
I think in the 6 years that she's been part of
I'm finna send a picture of this to my little brother.
Oh, nice.
She's adorable.
Okay, let me get that.
I'm literally sending this picture to my little brother. Sending it to D. Alright, anyway. These conventions are just a hodgepodge of fandom. Oh wow, the Hogwarts Express. Kristen is shaking. Send her pictures.
You can enter and go to line 21.
Protect your photo. You could get a $3 hard sleeve or a $3 8x10 frame with a mat. Honestly, I need to fuck around and get a frame for my picture of me with Melissa. Look, even though I got frames at home for my pictures of me with Jeffrey, Norman, and Steven. Pop-tastic, frame-tastic. Now I done been around here, and as y'all can see, the tables are over there where you could go meet and talk to everybody. Well, this is cute. I'm gonna just keep walking around seeing what the vibe is. But actually, okay, hold on. I'm gonna finish showing y'all this half, and then I'm gonna go pick up my VIP for Melissa because I gotta meet her at 4. And I don't want to be trying to get in line last minute to check in. He over here selling comic books and shit. They selling little jewelry and shit. More anime stuff that I wish I knew. Ooh. There's literal Pokemon in there. Oh shit, it's 8. I'm sorry. They got a big Charizard. And I showed y'all this set. Oh, look at Carol with the apron on. I should get an apron that say Carol's Cookies. Wild Bill's Old Fashioned Soda Pop Co. That actually looks so cool, but I don't drink pop, y'all. Ooh. More art. Ooh. Look at season 1 and season 10. Look at Carl. Look at Carl. Look at Carl. Y'all, I swear, if I was a homeowner already, I would literally be buying this shit and framing it in my fucking office. Look at Rick. Hey, do you have one of Carol?
I have this Carol.
I'm curious. Oh, it's not like this one. Oh, but okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a black and white version.
The Wolf's W.
Yep.
Oh, that's John Dory. I know that doesn't buy from anywhere. Oh, look at little Judith. Damn. If they would have had a Carol one where she was completely bald head, like in season 1, like how they got Daryl and Carl and Rick and Negan. They got one of Negan, and Negan's physical appearance hasn't changed that much in the show. Y'all supposed to have one of Carol. Her appearance has changed dramatically. Y'all, look at Rick. I'm not gonna play with him. He out here again, y'all. He dressed up like regular Rick today. I am not gonna play with him. That man is such a good Rick. He's literally like that every day. So I know at cons, he just be living his best fucking life. Like, I bet you he don't miss no convention. Who to say cemetery? Texture. What is the texture? What if it tried to bite me? This is a good picture of Rick. Rick Negan in a walker. Remember Tyrion? He's still here, y'all. Look at Tyrion. Now I said I was only gonna show y'all half, and then I was gonna go pick up my VIP for Melissa. Y'all, people selling all kind of shit. Anything that y'all could think of, from furniture to art to anything in between. Anything you can think of, they selling it in this motherfucker. Shout out to all the vendors who don't watch Walking Dead, but they are vendors at the conventions. Okay, I ain't gonna keep you. I know that's right. Where they? That outfit was cute. Okay, hold on. Alright, let me quit bullshitting. I'm finna go pick up my VIP for Melissa and then come back here and la-di-da with y'all. Now see, on my way out of here, I knew people be doing tattoos at these conventions. Look, y'all. Literally getting tattoos at the conventions. I know tattoo conventions do this type of shit all the time, but yeah, at these conventions, they do them too. I don't trust nobody with my body enough to get an impromptu tattoo. Oh, that little girl had good walker meat on her face. Did y'all see that, her face? Is this the same thing? Is this Jesus or some shit? Okay, but look, that all the way up there say do not open dead inside. Okay, anyway, we're gonna come back in here, y'all. Let's go get my VIP for real, because I'll be here all day and I am not trying to wait last minute.
One of them.
Oh look, he giving a Star Wars moment. Look at them. I don't know who he's supposed to be, but y'all see that little Yoda down there? I got all the snacks in my purse. The pink tail fart chair. You know what the fuck going on. Yeah, it is a walk to get into this convention center and walk through building C to get to building B where the convention at. And then you gotta walk to go get your tickets from up here. Then go all the way back down to where the convention at. It's a walk. Y'all look at the teddy bear walker. She too cute. Alright, now that I've gone up several escalators and check my ass all the way down here, I'm gonna check in for Melissa. You should know. Still eating this Cliff Bar. Walnut oatmeal raisin. So good. picking up my VIP.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like you see, I got the wristband on. Don't play with me. All right, we finally made it. VIP pickup. Hi. That was easy. Scan my QR code. Don't play with me, my auntie. And then I got another swag bag with shit in it because I'm so mad I didn't bring my Carol for my auntie to sign. I need something for her to sign. But I'm gonna just have her sign a picture of me and her. I don't know what pose me and her gonna do. So we'll see. Her photo ops is between the plexiglass wall, so the body is, when I tell you it's giving, waist snatch ass fat. Back down to the convention, and my camera battery about to die, so I'm gonna check in with y'all when it's Melissa time. Thank God I pretty much already did a whole walkthrough, so y'all ain't really miss nothing. Here's the update on Rick, y'all. Alright, y'all, I just went to this booth and got a picture frame because obviously I'm about to meet Melissa. What I need to do is get 3 more of these for my pictures of me with Jeffrey, Norman, and Steven. But we're gonna just do Melissa today in this Walking Dead frame. Very good Walking Dead frame. So in this, I'm gonna get my picture with Melissa, and then I got an autograph for her too. So I'm gonna go to her table, have her autograph it, and then put it in this frame. So it's gonna be nice, y'all. Wait till y'all see. I see the vision. So I'm not gonna put it in here until basically the end of my day. Go take my photo op, then once I get my photo op, go wait at her table for forever. Then when it's my turn, she gonna sign it, blah, 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 bam. Actually, I just got back in line because I forgot I'm meeting Chandler tomorrow, taking a picture and getting an autograph. So I need one for Chandler for tomorrow. So let me get another one. Melissa Group V. See, I said V. Melissa Group B, VIP line 4. Melissa is so sweet. I fucking love her. Just met my motherfucking auntie, bitch. Just met my motherfucking auntie, bitch. And I'm going to her table to get an autograph, bitch. Y'all can't tell me shit. She's so sweet. She's like, hey. And I'm like, the lady I've been calling my auntie for years. And she was like, your auntie.
You showing everybody else? Because that's what I do.
But why are we so cute though?
Right? I pulled that out too. I was like, these people are photogenic.
Right? So cute. At her table, waiting to get my autograph. With love, Auntie Carol, don't fucking play with me. Reunited with my auntie, reunited with my auntie, reunited with my auntie, reunited with my auntie, reunited with my auntie. Oh, I love Melissa so fucking much. Oh, no, no, no. Wait, did I? Oh. Yeah. Finally framed a picture for once. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Okay, well, you'll have to send me it.
Oh yeah, I'll send to you.
Okay.
It's recording.
Oh, it's recording.
Jack, you know it's recording, right?
Yes.
Now we're gonna do a timer.
What, after 3 years?
Katia finally made it.
Yes, late as usual.
Love that.
I love meeting you guys.
Jack's ready to go to bed.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, see, he
I
took
had-
a nap
I did like
already.
15-minute, like,
Cheater.
He was snoring, and I was like,
All right, y'all. It's been real. I'm tired as fuck.
As to why, I'm going to have them go down the line and introduce themselves, and we're going to start with this gentleman to my left. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Jack. I do Walking Dead reactions among other television shows. And my YouTube is Jack's World. And I got started into doing reactions 4 or 5 years ago.
All right, don't give too much detail because you can take away all my questions.
Hi, my name is Michonne. Walking Dead is the greatest show that ever graced television. I'm going to stand on it. And it's the reason I started making reaction videos.
All right, awesome. And certainly not least.
I am Sarah, but I go by Mama Deadhead on all social media, and I react to a plethora of shows as well. But mostly Walking Dead, everything Walking Dead.
Plethora. Like that. That's good. So, you guys have been reacting for a while. What inspired you to start reacting? Let's start with Mama Deadhead over there. What inspired you to start making reaction videos?
Well, when I started was around when Tyrese died, and it was that there was an awkward pause because I watched the death of Beth, and I was like, oh, I gotta catch up on everything. So my first live episode is the death of Tyrese, who was my favorite character, and I was like, this is awful. I also saw a lot of reactors that didn't share my same opinions, and I came to a con later that year and talked to Chad Coleman himself, and I was like, I really want to do something with The Walking Dead. Like, I want to create something, do something, you know, work for The Walking Dead one day. And he was like, do it. And I was like, I'm scared. And he was like, well, you have your daughter. I have a daughter who's 6 now. And she wasn't even a year old at that point. That's how long it's been. And he was like, what do you want her to do? And I said, well, anything her heart desires. I'll support anything. And he said, how are you going to tell her to reach for the stars if you don't? So I went home and made my first video. He's a sweetheart.
So I talk when I watch TV. So that's my thing. And I crack myself up and I just think everything is funny. And I always wanted to make reaction videos to Walking Dead. I started watching it at season 5 because I saw my little brother watching it. Season 5 is still my favorite season, just hands down. And he was like, how you gonna just start here? You gotta go back and watch all the show. You don't even know what's going on. So I went back, watched all of it, and I still procrastinated. Oh, I'm not gonna start recording yet. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Y'all, and then 701 happened. So after 701 happened, I said, ooh, I feel bad that I didn't get that reaction on film. So ever since then, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start, even though I don't know what I'm doing. And here I am, still reacting to Walking Dead. When YouTube doesn't block the videos.
So Jeff, what inspired you?
Well, I agree. Walking Dead, best television show to ever grace television, and it's had its ups and downs. But I really started finding reaction videos when I was in college, and I saw compilations of reactions to Game of Thrones and stuff like that, and I was like, I wonder if people do that for Walking Dead. And there weren't as many people doing it when I started making mine for it, which was around season 7. I think the first one I did was the season 7 trailer, but the first episode I did was 701, which is a big one. But I started watching the show back in when it first premiered in 2010, and so I've been watching since I was like 13 years old. So there's been a very steady growth, and I wish I'd been doing it since back then because I feel like the type of reactions that I had were very strong, and television never really brought a ton of emotion out of me in terms of like crying and stuff. Like being animated and excited for stuff, yes, but I never really got emotional about it until Walking Dead during latter seasons?
So for me, and it's weird, we all started around, well, I think Sarah, you started a little before us, but I started, I think my first reaction was not really a reaction. I just decided, because I was the governor, that I would create a video series called The Governor Reacts, but I wasn't actually doing reaction videos. I hadn't actually watched a reaction video. So I was doing reviews and basically giving my opinion, and I started with 701. And then when Carl died, which was, you know, a tough moment for everybody, someone told me I was in the Skybound reaction. I had just done a review, but I had made a comment that I was going to miss that couldn't even mother, you know, of her. And that ended up at the end of the Skybound video. And I'm like, and I'm watching it, I'm like, this is how people are reacting. Maybe I should change my format and do that. So then I changed actually true reactions. And yeah, I started with season 1. I watched season 1. And I have to say season 2, I just kind of was like, this seems like more of the same. It's kind of boring. I didn't like season 2, you know, the first part of it. So I was like, I stopped watching because I had done it with Heroes. If anyone had ever watched Heroes, I watched Heroes, and the first season was great. And then the second season, not so great. But I stuck with it because I was very loyal to the show, and I regretted all that wasted time. So just like Sean regrets watching The World Beyond. But so I gave up on season 2, and then someone came up to me at a con. I was dressed as Captain Jack Harkness, and they said, "Your Jack is good. I'm like, have you thought about doing the governor?" I'm like, "Who the hell's the governor?" They said, "Oh, he's in The Walking Dead, season 3. I'm like, "Oh." I stopped after season 1. So I went back and I watched season 2. I made it through. I couldn't not watch it if I was going to watch season 3. And it got better. And then I saw David on the screen. I could do that. And started cosplaying, and then eventually started reacting. So that's where it came from for me. All right, favorite episode that you reacted to? Jack, start us off.
Oh, jeez. That's tough.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
I know. I guess I don't like to say that it's my favorite that I reacted to, but I feel like it's one of the ones that garnered the strongest reaction from me, and that was 809 with Carl's death. It's the first time I've ever cried on camera, and 2, the first time I ever cried watching Walking Dead. And so I feel like that, as much as the Pike episode was really up there too, I was just angry there, but I feel like the Carl one is probably the most, the realest one, because it made me cry. I don't like crying on camera.
That's all right. We feel your pain.
All I do is cry, so.
Sean, tell us what's your standout reaction to an episode.
Okay, so not the most viewed, our favorite. So my favorite is probably Michonne's last episode. I don't remember the number, but I go back and watch that reaction, and I laugh and laugh. I was a mess, crying, slobbing, like, pull it together. So it will have to be Michonne's last episode, and I really miss Denari, and I love her. Yeah, that's probably my favorite one. I can't think of another one.
Maybe Rick last episode. I was clowning that one too.
We're gonna have, okay, Michonne and Rick last episode. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of a couple. So I was like, some guy when Shiva died was like,
Shiva.
That was probably the reaction that like actually put me on the map, because I was like I couldn't breathe, and I think that was one of the first ones that I was put into the reaction compilation for. But if I had to say like favorite, Princess and King Ezekiel, like Princess announcing herself, King Ezekiel actually meeting her, because they have my heart.
Yeah, you know that's your favorite.
And like every time they're on screen together, I'm just like, because I never thought it happened, because the King Ezekiel's long dead in the comics. So probably them two meeting.
Wait, can I change that? Wait, I'm gonna just leave it as Rick's last episode, just because I knew Denai wasn't gonna die. So I was just grieving her leaving the show. I didn't know if Rick was gonna die or live, so I was sick as fuck watching that episode. I'm gonna do Rick last episode. That one, yeah.
I'm not quite sure, but I have to say the one that Shiva's death really
Yeah.
hurt. I was like, and it's weird, you have all these real people dying on the show, and then a CGI tiger bites it, and it's like, oh,
The end of the world.
so.
Shiva really, that hurt.
Yeah, that was just like, and watching the anguish on the king's face as he watched, Shiva being, overrun by the Vitas, it was just.
I'll cry right now.
Literally.
Please stop.
I feel like not
Let
everybody
me go
agrees.
on. No,
right?
no.
I feel like not everybody, nobody will ever agree on what characters they like, but I feel like there's just a consensus with Shiva. Shiva's better.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like with Dog, we gonna keep him too.
Yeah, it's funny because my husband doesn't really watch the show anymore, and he made it through 701. I'm just a mess, sobbing my eyes out because I loved Abraham. And he's like pull it together. And then 704 happened with some guy, and he was like, not watching the show again. And he stopped. He didn't watch after Shiva died. Okay. Dedication.
All right, we're not going to talk about that particular death anymore. Don't want the tears flowing. So is there a particular moment during one of your reactions that's really your favorite? Like something that happened during the reaction, planned or not? Spitting food all over the place, whatever. Sarah, you got a thought about something that happened?
I was thinking my daughter, when she was really small, was in some of my reactions, just in the background. And this is just a totally random episode. I think it was in season 8. And I think Maggie was shutting Alexandria's door, and she walks right up to the TV, and you can see her in my reaction, and she goes. And everyone would just timestamped it in the comments. I was like, yeah, I love that moment. It was just silly. She was like, oh, I'm gonna help out.
Favorite reacting moment. I don't know if I really have a favorite. I would say 2. I got 2 quotes that everybody liked, and you know what the first one is. That's why you laughing.
The one that made me find your channel.
Wasn't that Rick last episode? I think.
I'm pretty sure.
I think that was
yeah.
goddamn titty popping out my shirt. It was a mess. I move a lot when I react to Walking Dead.
No,
all
my favorite from you is not in front of my smoothie.
I was gonna say
That's my favorite one.
I think that was the Pike episode.
It was
not
the
in front
Pike
of my smoothie.
episode.
Yeah. Don't eat and watch Walking Dead. I continue to do it though. Them really my 2 favorites. I'm talking about people will comment on recent videos and say that, and I'm just like, y'all not gonna let it go. It's okay because it's funny, but yeah.
I feel like it's probably also because during the lives, you had smoothies a lot, so it's not like it's not like the smoothie was a one-time thing. So it just reminds a lot of people that have been there a while it's like it flashes back. But I think the Pike episode definitely had one of the ones for me because I had my Damn It doll. I was really pissed because I was late at night in my dorm room and I was beating the shit on my desk with it, and I chucked it across the room. And people still comment about that and throwing it. And I met someone came up to me randomly at the con that was here back in 2019 and brought up that moment, and I almost forgotten that I'd done it. And they just talk about how that's one of their most favorite moments. And one that I feel is funnier than that to me was one of my way early reactions back during season 7, because I wasn't in any of the comps in season 7, but it was during the episode at, I want to say it was 7/11 or 7/12, where Carson gets yeeted into the fireplace.
Oh.
And I was holding my Lucille back, and I was very surprised at it, and I dropped it, and it dragged down my neck and shirt, and I threw in an edit with sappy, sad music and zoom ins, and it was, and I threw that in on another reaction, oh, this is what happened last time. I was like, yeah, that hurt, and then I just kept going. But that's one that the first time I put actual extra effort into the videos, where it wasn't just here's an 8-minute clip of snippets of me watching. I actually put extra time into that part of it, so I feel like that was extra fun for me.
That's my favorite of yours, because you were you didn't want it to be Henry on the Pike so bad, and you was saying it the whole time. And Jack never gets mad, so.
Somebody lost their phone.
Oh, that's mine. Ignore it. Yeah.
I thought that you were
Jack never gets mad, so that was hilarious.
Never get mad.
Not that much longer, we
True,
watch them off
true.
dead. Carl.
There are two moments in my reactions that,
I already know one. I know one.
I know my favorite.
I'm ready. Kitty cat catching an arrow.
exactly. So I have a green screen behind me, and this was the weirdest coincidence because Daryl on screen is shooting at like a tree or something, or an animal on a tree, and one of my cats, I have 6 of the fuckers, his name's Sky, and there's a little flaw in the green screen, and she happened to decide that it was a bug and she wanted to get it at the exact moment he shot the arrow, so it looks like she's trying to catch the arrow. It was the most hilarious and amazing thing I've ever seen. I was just like, I didn't plan it. I didn't even have to adjust the thing. It just, she at that moment went to try to grab it, and it was just hilarious. The other moment was actually, I didn't find out about it, but I called Negan. He was calling Beta fandemic 2 knives. And I made a comment, well, maybe he doesn't like you, Chatty McBatface. And apparently that Jeffrey Dean saw that and was like, thought it was the best thing in the world. So that was like, thanks.
Shout out to Jeffrey.
Yeah, absolutely. One day, he might actually show up on one of our Walking Dead fan panels on Fandom Spotlight. So
He's got to heal his foot first.
Right.
why does he need a healed foot to be on a Zoom call? We can't
He might
see.
be complaining about, I don't know, because he's in a boot. I don't know, maybe he wouldn't want to be sitting so long, I don't know.
Well, I invited him to the last one, and he wrote back and said, was I in this bitch? And I'm like, no, you're in the next one. So, we'll see. Maybe he'll take enough painkillers. Or, you know, I mean, when you watch a live panel of Jeffrey complaining about his foot.
I really would. I
leave
love
work early
Jeffrey.
to make it to that panel.
Exactly, so we'll see if he shows. That would be nice. Does anyone have any questions about reactions or?
You still feel bad about killing Herschel?
You know, we all have bad days,
Yeah, we all do.
you know, and killing Santa Claus is something that, you know, it comes back to haunt me. But the days I wish I'd accepted Rick's offer and we'd all be living happily in the prison until I decided I was sick of him and, you know,
You're just
he'd have an
tired of it all.
accident, you know, something like that. But yeah, but I do have a picture. I had a photo op with Scott Wilson, may he rest in peace. And normally you'll see Scott in most of his photo ops was like this with everybody. Thumbs up, that's all he did. In mine, I gave him a sword. I'm on my knees and he's ready to take my head off. So it was the revenge of Herschel. So it was perfect.
Herschel was in the top 3 deaths for me. Top 3.
Like, bastards are hurt the most.
Period.
That was
Hurt.
the first time I ever cried for a television show. Yeah.
I was watching thinking, what the hell am I doing?
It was so bad.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I used to be a fan of The Walking Dead. I used to enjoy the show. I started the first season. Season 2, again, like most of us, we kind of hated it. They dragged on too long and on. And then by there, I got into season 3, and then I kind of basically stopped around, I don't know, 7 or 8. Because at this point, after the time skip after the Negan War, it just, I don't know, it no longer was the same as the comics anymore. So, and then of course you have all these expansions like Fear the Walking Dead and Walking Dead World Beyond, which nobody really likes that much, mostly because I hate teenage shows.
Okay, so
But-
it's not just me.
It's like
Yeah.
Dawson's Creek meets Walking Dead.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. No, it's just no. But regardless, though, I'm still very excited to see how they plan to end the series as a whole. So I'm really excited to well, I wouldn't say too excited, like like Game of Thrones excited level, or
She hasn't finished yet.
but I will say, but regardless, I know most of us will probably have some sort of reaction whenever the series, whether it's a good ending, bad ending, or so. I'm just saying. So so what kind of reaction do you think you might have? And do you honestly believe? And also, what do you hope to expect in the final episode once it finally comes out this year?
In the final episode, they should kill Carol,
Oh.
Daryl,
Oh.
Negan, and Maggie just to fuck with us because they have spin-offs.
So basically,
You
kill
know
all
it's not gonna happen.
So basically, killed all the remaining characters.
Well, I know if I mess with Carol, I could get in trouble, but no, I mean, one thing that I'm disappointed with in AMC, and actually I just read an article, Jeffrey was similarly disappointed, is that they have announced these series.
Yeah, the New
with
York
Carol
one.
and Daryl, and then the New York one with Maggie and Negan. So you know they're not going anywhere. You know that no matter what happens. I mean, they announced the Carol and Daryl series, and there you have Carol leading the horde towards the cliff, and I'm like, she's not gonna die.
And
Whatever
then you have-
happens, you know.
And of course, you have the Rick Grimes movies.
Yeah, well, Rick, we saw that he was rescued at the end of that
Yeah.
episode, so it's like, okay, he's going off to do his own movies, that's not a big spoiler.
So
But
whose
the-
ending is this for anyway? Whose ending is this Walking Dead? It's nobody from the original.
I mean, like, I'll be honest, I kind of hope that Daryl, Carol, Negan, and Maggie, I know this is probably not gonna happen, but I hope that they leave a couple episodes before the end, because we know that they have like a future and like shows, you know, beyond the end of this show, and I'd rather it just end with the characters that we will likely not see again. I mean, whether or not that's happier.
Though there's Tales from the Walking Dead, which is coming out, so
Yeah,
we may
there's
see, you know, a follow-up story of Aaron, you know, going out and finding an even better attachment for his arm or something like that. There could be all kinds of stuff. My hopes for the finale is that, you know, whatever happens, Michonne shows up, even though she owes me a penny and she's a backstabber. She shows up with Rick, just in the final scene, saying, and Rick's like, "What's going on, guys?" You know, something like that, or "I'm back." You know, just something, and then end it. So, you know, because the movies could happen in between.
Exactly.
You know, or there could be a movie, then that, and then in his movie he features some of the people from the original series. So it could be something along those lines.
I mean, don't you feel like The Walking Dead has one too many spin-offs and too many epilogue stuff and all? Because at that point, it's like there's one too many endings to this. There's no one.
They have too many
to the-
characters.
Yeah,
Is
but, you know.
part of the problem, and that's why they're doing this, like,
Yeah.
ending it and, you know, spreading it out, because you can't follow everybody. We haven't seen Luke in how long?
When I saw Dan yesterday, I was like, damn, we ain't seen Luke in about damn near a season. I don't know.
Since the episode 16.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, he accidentally touched a port key and ended up in Harry Potter world, so.
Say, you know, as much as I love the art, at some point during the part, hey, it's not gonna follow the comics ending. You're not gonna, because
So-
you know for a fact that, you know, since so many characters are written off or they're dead and went somewhere, at some point, I mean, I like big surprises and, you know, I like sometimes you take a risk of not changing, but at this point, hey, you ask yourself, okay, who's even the lead anymore? And what, there's just too many endings. At some point, that's why I like shows that have a more linear beginning, middle, and end. Sort of
Yeah.
like, there's certain shows that don't have all these random spin-offs and all. You know, I just actually wanted one cohesive story. You could do one epilogue, maybe an epilogue series or a movie, but that's it. So that's why it's stuff like Dexter or Breaking Bad. At least they only had one epilogue season or one epilogue movie, and that's it. That's all they needed. Nothing more, nothing less. You could do a prequel, sure, but that's a prequel and all. You know what's gonna happen to these kids? You might or might not. But Walking Dead is just it's all over the place and all. So at some point, it's like you don't even know which show you're supposed to, or what's considered to be the definitive ending for all of them in general.
You do have a point. Okay, I don't know what's gonna happen at the end because everybody from the comics is either dead or somewhere in another part of the Walking Dead universe.
Yeah.
What I want to happen is Rick and Michonne to come back and get their kids and live happily ever after with Carol and Daryl. The reaction that I think I'm gonna have, there will be tears involved. That's all I know. There will be tears involved. There will be tears.
Like, this is so sad. This is so happy.
Right.
Either way,
And the only people that I keep saying that I need to stay alive is Carol and Daryl pretty much. And I don't want Negan in that, even though y'all know it's forever Glenn, but I just feel like it'd be stupid to kill Negan at this point. But As long as Carol
Well,
was
they're
there.
not gonna, because, you know.
I just feel like if they was gonna kill Negan, it should have been during All Out War. But since he didn't die then, please keep him alive because it'd just be stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's, as a comic
You know,
fan, it's really important to try and keep them separate, because I'm comics all day long. Like, I prefer the comics to the show, like hardcore, like absolutely adore it. But you have to just take it as it comes. So like, really, there's some really negative things, like Carl's not there. I have no idea what they're gonna do as like a legacy moment, because there is no possible legacy moment.
And
No
they,
Chandler
I
at
really
all.
don't want them to time jump it because
Yeah.
one, I don't think the show deserves that, and two, Rick or
Like,
Michonne
what
coming
can you
back
really
and
do?
beating them, there would be
It
no
doesn't make
connection,
sense.
and it would just they'd be recasting the main legacy roles for
Yeah.
2 scenes. Like
And
that just wouldn't work.
But
He's
on the-
never gonna let Carl go. Like
No,
never.
I'm
He's
not.
never letting it go.
But then you have like amazing positive things, like Princess getting to meet King
Yeah.
Ezekiel, King Ezekiel being at Commonwealth. Like what? Like I cried so hard when like he died in the comics, and then he did. If you will watch my Pikes, I seem like so cold-hearted because I'm like it's him, I know it, and I'm just crying the whole time, and then it's Henry, and I'm like, oh, okay, thank goodness.
I swear I'm the only person. The only person I cared about on the Pikes was Tara. I really didn't give a fuck about nobody else.
I mean,
ones I didn't.
Everybody was worried about everybody else. I'm like, okay, so nobody cares about Tara but me.
I was upset about Enid, but
Enid did her.
They rewrote her really poorly in 9. Like or the latter half of 9. I really liked the way that they were going with her in the beginning, like having her be like a protege with Sadiq and everything, and Sadiq's a whole other thing. But
I'm hurt about that too.
That whole thing with her, and then they just like got rid of all of it and just made her a love interest with like no depth.
Okay,
And she
okay.
had so much development from
I
season
will-
5 on.
I will die on this hill. I do not understand why they put her in a relationship and they have this man mourning him when Aaron is her brother. Why do we not see more Aaron's story about her? I can think of 5 scenes that they were hugging in. I can think of several reunions. They loved each other. Like she was the one person that, like, he was the one person she would go to and talk to. And she got a boyfriend.
You on to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Those kinds of changes, they're fine. If you switch up this or you make some small little tweaks, that's fine.
You gotta think of it as a different universe. That's how I
Yeah,
think of it.
they
Like,
don't want to
two
make it
separate-
exactly the
two
same as the
separate
comics
things.
because you know everything that's going to happen before it happens. But 2 things that I'm happy that's in the comic book world and not in the show, Michonne and the governor, I'm not going to say nothing else on
I
that.
know that one.
Because Lord have mercy.
When you read that,
Oh,
'cause
Jesus.
that's on live. When you read that,
That's why on the TV version of the comic.
Right, and
Not the
then
comic.
Herschel 2 daughters, and that's all I'm gonna say about them. Ooh.
No, I'm not saying, no, I'm saying like, no, some changes, obviously, there are some
Yeah.
moments that you
Yeah.
have to keep. And then there's ones that surprise you, like their
Well, I
deaths,
hate World Beyond,
they can
so.
have the same deaths, they can be a different person, like,
Mhm.
what's that one, the one who got shot in the air, right?
Denise.
Yeah, and in the comics it was,
Abraham.
Yes, exactly.
And then there
That
was
hurt me in the comics. I was like,
You're like, what?
Well, there was also Bob who had Dale's death.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
they did me.
And then
That was
Tyrese
awesome.
and Herschel.
Yeah. As much as I was hoping they would have
Tyrese's
had
comic book
time,
death
yeah, it was
was
rough.
so fucked up.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, how did Tyrese die in the comics again?
Has everybody read the comics before we spoil this?
Yes.
Hannah's not gonna.
Do you cover your ears?
She doesn't.
I'm not gonna look.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just a show.
Yeah, it was bad.
Here, I have an example A for you.
Of course,
you
Sarah
had
is
the-
prepared. I love her. He literally got chopped into pieces and thrown out on the ground for everybody to see.
I feel like his death in the TV show was a little bit more emotional. But
It was sad,
Yeah.
but it just was fucked up.
They did him dirty.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't know what to do with the character
But
anymore,
then-
and that really hurt.
I didn't like the way Tyrese died.
And
in the
then there
show.
was Negan, how he killed Abraham and. But I mean, we all knew it was going to be Glenn. It caught us by surprise. They should have kept it with just Abraham, but no, it's like, okay, we killed Abraham. Now we're going to do like the comics and kill Glenn next.
I mean, I'm
See.
okay with them doing both, but I feel like for someone that watched live, the momentum that they had in that finale was decimated with that cameraman death.
Yes.
The fact that they did the whole cliffhanger thing for what 8-9 months, if they would have just tweaked it like 2 scenes and just showed Abe in the finale for season 6, and then had it end with like Daryl punching him, and then it like cut into black.
Yeah.
That would have made everything even crazier because people would have been freaking out about Daryl, and then like is it going to start with Glenn? And would have been a whole thing, but.
I had not read the comics until, well, I read all of them, but what point were we in the show by the time I read the comics? Was it 8?
No, I think you started early.
Oh, I
9,
just wasn't finished.
because you definitely started them, I think, before Rick's final episode.
Yeah, I did.
But I know that there was a big chunk you were reading really, really fast, and then you slowed down a bit. I know you slowed down after the show and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you sped up towards the end too. Like I was having a hard time keeping up with some of
You're
them.
like 5 volumes
Yeah,
that
so
last
I didn't
night.
know
Oh,
that the
God,
whole
that-
Glenn
yeah,
thing
you're
was
welcome.
from the comics. So once I read the comics and got to that part, I was like, okay, well, I'll give y'all a pass, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
I'm never letting Glenn go,
Yeah,
ever.
I mean, when Steven, met with, when that happened, Steven read it and he was like, that's mine, I want it. So, I mean, like, at least he wanted it as an actor.
It owned it,
There are
girl.
people who want it to die, like, Tom Bain was like, kill me, because you're not using
Oh,
it.
that hurt. That one hurt.
But yeah.
He's one of the
Jesus.
wasted characters, not gonna lie.
That's one of
Well,
my most
that's-
viewed reactions, actually, because I had dissected the little, like, wait, no, not that one, and then, like, killed him, and everyone was like, how did you know? And I was like, I watched that teaser, like, 500 times.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how the characters, the ones that's left, it's kind of funny how those are the characters that either were supposed to die a long time ago, exactly how like if you thought you would expect them to die, you could say when it's coming, or they don't exist because we all know Daryl never existed in the comics.
Carol.
Doesn't exist, Carol.
Right?
In the
Carol is one
comics,
of my-
gave herself to the
Right.
Zydite.
Right. Carol is one of my all-time favorite characters, and I call her my auntie. That's what I always call her. Everybody know that. But like when I read the comics, and in the very beginning, when she just gave herself to that walker, I couldn't believe it. I was like, so this is why everybody is saying like, why is Carol still alive?
Yeah.
But
Blew my mind.
Melissa actually talked to them and said, don't, because I think she was supposed to have Axel's death. She was
Yeah,
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 she
she
was.
was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she convinced them that she could do so much more.
And
So-
she did.
And Carol turned into the badass we all know and love.
Yeah.
Earlier you mentioned prequels, and I do have a problem with prequels in the fact that, same reason I don't like the fact that they announced the Negan and Maggie, I
No,
Am
New
Dead
York
thing.
spin-off.
Because in a prequel, this person's not gonna die, that person's not gonna die. Oh, it might be interesting to see certain things that, help them develop. But when you have a lot of characters that are gonna be alive 10 years later, what's the point? It's like, there's no real jeopardy.
I mean, to me personally, the only prequel series that I ever enjoyed, that's my favorite, and I think a lot of people can say it's as good or maybe even better than the original, is Better Call Saul, the prequel to Breaking Bad, because it's a prequel, but it's its own thing and all. And technically, the character never really had a definitive ending, so they actually do have some flash forward scenes, like take place after the main series. So so you don't know exactly how his story ends and all. You only know a lot, for other characters, and they don't need these spin-offs. And I'm glad that he said this is it. He's done with the universe. He's not gonna expand. He doesn't care what AMC says and all. They're not gonna do it without him, without Vince Gilligan. So so at some point it's like, okay, so this is how you do a series, like this is how you want to
Okay,
do. How you want to.
low-key, I absolutely adored Yellowstone, and I like 1883 better than Yellowstone. And
I've been
1883
getting
is a
so
prequel.
many people
It's,
telling me to watch Yellowstone. My parents
Actually,
just binged it.
I actually agree with her. I actually like the prequel, but the problem is also the fact that they announced another prequel of another transit, 19.
it's 1933, and then there's also the 4 sixes. So there's gonna be 4 shows
and
within that universe too.
and this is what I meant. You have one too many spin-offs
I
and
will watch
prequels
all of it.
this. See,
Every
at some
single
point.
episode.
Oh wait, so is that not what Fear started off as, the prequel, because it was the beginning of the apocalypse,
Yeah.
but it was in
Yeah.
LA on a different side of the country?
Yeah.
I feel like they.
Yeah, but at least they didn't have the same characters,
Yeah.
so it's like.
I like Fear up
You
until
didn't
Mexico.
know who was gonna die or not die.
Yeah, no, 'cause
Has everyone
I
seen
know.
the Fear 7B trailer?
Yes,
I
I
haven't
have.
finished it.
Yeah, I have.
Do y'all like Fear,
Okay.
The Walking Dead?
And I won't mention.
I love
I
Fear.
already know.
You know who's coming
Yeah, I
back.
already know.
Here's
That
the
was
thing.
everywhere.
Like he said, since it was mostly original characters they
Mhm.
started on.
I like Fear.
Yeah, and then you now know who might die and who you expect,
Yeah.
because these are all original characters. It started off, I didn't like it at the beginning, the first couple of...
The beginning is the only thing I liked about Fear. Once they left Mexico, it was garbage.
Okay, I love the story in 1 through 3, but I did not like the characters in 1 through 3.
No, I think maybe that's the issue. They're right, the characters were just unlikable.
The characters are unlike, I've
Yeah, I
loved
didn't like any
Strand
of
from the
them.
start, will stand till the day I
For me,
die.
it was Strand and Nick. Them was my
I
two.
think as soon as the group got more, the cast got more smaller and smaller, that's when they actually grow. And then once you got further, and then of course they started having all these crossover with the Walking Dead characters. I mean, it's just one by one, and they just only come over to
Well,
their
then
show.
they expanded again
And
the
then,
cast.
and then,
Yeah.
and then guess what? It had they also have their old time skipping on.
Yeah.
At some point,
I
I'm
think
like,
they're trying to catch it up though, because they've talked a lot about that. They want to basically get it to like an MCU style thing where they have the different places that they can go. So they have like the Fear area and like Texas and like Mexico and LA, and then they have the Georgia stuff and the New York stuff. And
Very
now
slightly
with-
touched on France.
Yeah, like
Finally.
the World Beyond, they have the stuff in the UK, which completely opens it up. And I think also AMC is thinking with losing Better Call Saul probably that they got to milk what they got, and they got to keep the shows coming. And
There's also Typhoon, which is a book that's set in China.
That's right. Are they, do you think they're gonna be doing shows?
no,
I
they
mean,
have not announced a
They have not
project.
announced a show for it
They
yet,
could,
but
yeah.
I'm sure that Skybound's probably up for
I was
anything.
gonna
And then
say,
Skybound
they-
also has the Spain with Rick Grimes' brother.
Yeah,
So.
and it's not, yeah, you didn't know
Oh,
that with
yeah.
Jeffrey?
It's called The Alien.
Hello?
It's really good.
Jeffrey
You should watch
Grimes?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeffrey Grimes. Jeff Grimes. He's mentioned like once by Lori in the comics. I'm like, the second
Yeah.
issue. And by the way, I'm a fan. This is Just Live from Morgan's quote. Morgan's weapon, Princess's help.
Morgan crossing over to Fear is literally the reason that I watched Fear.
Yeah,
So
that's
when-
the reason I got back into it. 'Cause
Exactly.
I stopped
Yeah.
in 3 after like the 2nd episode, and then everyone was like, "Oh, 3 was the best season." And I'm like, "Well, I guess I need to watch 3 now." I still haven't watched 3. I heard the crossover was coming, and I'm like, "I'll check it out." And I basically binged the compilations
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
for 3 and saw.
Oh, that
and it
would
got
get you the
crazy.
gist- the
Yeah, I was
gist
like,
of it,
it did enough. And then I started with 4, and 4 bringing more. Well, 4 was interesting because it started
More
with
Evanescence
Rick.
4? I thought it was 5.
No, it was 4,
When
right?
did Morgan come in? I thought it was 5. I was
Yeah,
Morgan-
because-
Yeah, Morgan
because-
showed up in 4, and then 5 was
He was
the
cool
season we
because
didn't like.
Rick and Jesus
No.
were in Fear for
Yeah,
an
Rick
episode,
and
which
Jesus
was cool.
were.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because they were
And it's
talking
funny when
about
you look on the wiki fandom page, it says like undeterminate, we don't know what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's cute, because it's
Yeah.
just
What's
Fear.
the name again? The one with that had the burnt scar. on his
Dwight.
Right.
Dwight.
When they announced that they
Yeah.
were crossing over, I was like, oh shit, well let me go binge all of
Yeah.
Fear before
So
it come
excited.
on.
I was
And
iffy
then once they
about
left Mexico, I was like, well I don't want to watch this anymore. It's not good. And Alicia, I hate her so much. I don't know why everybody loves her. I just have to share
See,
my
I was
own
the same way
opinion.
with Madison initially.
I don't
Oh,
like her
yeah.
either.
I don't like
No,
Madison.
Nick
I-
and Strand.
But I feel that bringing back legacy characters and can help, at least when they don't really have a ton left. Because they were kind of dealt the short straw, because not a lot of people know why the big deaths in the first couple seasons happened. Like, I know that Cliff Curtis got a bunch of roles with the Avatar series. He
Who's
got
Curtis?
Travis.
Oh, I hate that man.
I love him going is what made me stop watching. Because
I was so happy.
Because Nick was, or not Nick, Chris was, he had potential, and then they just made
To
it
be
weird.
zero.
And then,
Right.
well, I thought they were gonna like make him come back like a villain
Yeah.
or something, but they just were like, no, off-screen death.
Yeah,
And we're
off-screen
like,
death.
what?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but then with Travis, he had a bunch of development with that final bit of season 2.
Yeah, he really-
and
I'll
I was
give
like,
him
that,
that. He
that's
did have a
really
lot
good.
of,
And then
like-
the premiere of season 3, I'm like, even better. He like fights a
He's
pit of
stepping
walkers
up,
with a
yeah.
cinder block, and I'm like, this is great. Like, he kind of seems like he's pushing up to be like a lead for it, because Nick sort of seems still kind of uneasy because of the drugs and stuff, and then they just offed him. And then I read that he got a lead role in the Avatar movies, the James Cameron movies,
Yeah.
and then I know that Nick, the actor, I think he wanted to work on other projects. I haven't seen any other projects that he's been in, but he was also really like anxious with
Homesick.
conventions too.
Yeah, he was
So-
really homesick. He wanted to go back home to his
Which,
family
I
and
mean,
stuff
that's
like that.
what brought Andy off, and the
And then his
Chandler
kids,
stuff.
kids got tired of him.
And then Andy's
Okay,
like,
back.
the stories are really good now, I wish I was back on the Walking
Yeah.
Dead,
I think
We
that's
miss
always like
Andy.
that with actors. You know, sometimes they left because they had a commitment project, or you know, they didn't want to work with it, or you know. support. I mean, is it? I mean, that was one. I mean, I remember that was one of the reasons why the one who played Carl.
Chandler.
Left the show because I remember he said he wanted to do something else.
Well,
No,
He
Chandler
just
was
bought
supposed
a
to be
house
Carl to the
down
day
in
he died in real life. Okay,
Yeah,
Chandler
they-
is Carl
they-
forever.
Their dad made a
Jack is
post
triggered.
on social media after it happened, like dropping all kinds of tea and dirt that they then deleted very suspiciously quickly. I think because they probably got a call from some execs, but they killed him off suspiciously like 2 or 3 weeks before his 18th birthday when he would have had to get paid as an adult actor. And they like they told him that he'd be fine for at least like the next 2 or 3 years.
Bought a house.
Yeah, so he bought a house down in Atlanta and was going to school down there so that he could still film and stuff. So that was a complete blindside by him. They dropped the info that he was dying like, I think like 2-3 weeks before his birthday or something like that. And so that was like the one, I think that pushed a lot of the bigger like that pushed Andy out, that pushed Denai out, because they really didn't like the way that went down. And that's one of the big things that made Gimple not be showrunner anymore and then bring Kang in, because they saw how bad that decision was marketing wise, because that completely ruined the legacy of the show. Because I think and whether people like him or not, if he had still been around, that would have changed so many possibilities for the show. They could have still done the Rick stuff. And
Exactly,
they
and it
could have
would've
had
made
Michonne go
sense.
look for him, and he
Yeah.
could have stayed and helped like lead
Exactly.
Alexandria with Judith and like Aaron
It's
and
also
everybody.
like I didn't particularly care for Carl, but I understand the significance, and also like he's a child.
Yeah.
I don't think he
just
went
give
out
him
like a
time to
bitch.
grow.
He went out like a bitch. I felt like that wasn't a Carl way to die.
No.
I never ever expected Carl to die. I
He's
just
the
knew.
badass of pudding.
Literally.
Yeah.
And this was before I finished the comics. I thought Carl was gonna rat it out to the end. That was my baby. And when I was like, tripped in the woods like a dumb girl in a scary movie. And
They
got
do
big.
have a lot of parallels though. Like if you look
I'll
back
tell
at
you
it,
really cool.
there's a lot of stuff back in like season 4 where Rick and early season 5 where Rick is giving a lot of very ominous things to him, like I don't like him going out and helping people. And
But
like
that was Carl's
it
thing.
only
He thought he
takes
was
1
wrong.
second, then it's over. And then he tripped in the episode with the pudding in a very similar way and was fighting off walkers. And I know you hate when I do this, but like, they made it believable because the walker came from the side with his missing eye, so he didn't have the depth perception, which then I always go back and I blame Carol for it because of her traumatizing Sam and getting him to start that whole
Sam
chain
was
of
gonna
events.
die in that herd regardless
Well,
of if he ever met Carol or
could have
not.
been like an RJ or like a Gracie that is just kind of a clueless, helpless, in distress, and could have grown.
That's a stretch, you know.
This is why I'm very iffy with some type of new seasons. When they announce new creators or new producers taking over from the original, sometimes it works out well, and then other times it
Well,
works badly.
Kang revitalized.
Yeah.
Kang is doing
If
it
it
right
had
now.
kept Gimple, it wouldn't have made
I'm
it
trying
to
to remember
season
how many
11.
people took over The Walking Dead, the main show.
Not many. I
Not
think
many.
Gimple, or it was Darabont, then Gimple, and then Kang.
Yeah.
But Kang had been on the show
She
since
just
middle of
wasn't the
season
runner.
2. Yeah,
Exactly.
she was
She
helping
wasn't
with
the runner.
But
producing. for a
season
while.
7 and 8 really killed the momentum of
Yeah.
The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was, a massive show. People loved it. And then 7 and 8 were just, they dragged on things too long.
I will
with the
agree with you
depression.
on that.
Um,
That 7 and 8 was a drag.
Yeah, so.
7A should have been the prep, like the march, and 7B should have been the war. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
yeah, they could have taken those 2 seasons and probably compressed them into one and made it less depressing. Because when you watch half a season 7, of Rick being ground down by Negan again and again and again, until finally at the end he's like, now we're gonna fight. It
was hard to watch.
It was very hard to watch. It was depressing. You want to see your heroes, it is part of the hero's journey for them to get to a low point. But to stay low for so many episodes was just...
As if he hadn't been Savage Rick not that long before.
Yeah,
right.
I remember that.
So, yeah. I do like season 2 though. I don't like how y'all said y'all like season 2.
I was
I
gonna say,
like the core.
I like parts of it, but that end of season 2 and beginning of 3 is when you start, or at least I know with me and Sarah, when we were watching it, because I know you haven't gotten to the comics yet, was when we really
That was
started
the farm,
seeing,
right?
yeah, when we started seeing.
Oh, y'all love the
cracks
farm.
with
Never mind. It was
comics.
Corey in 1 and then Farm in 2, and I love the farm.
Yeah, because the comic differences started happening then, because there was a lot of drama behind the scenes, and that's why season 3 felt paced so weird, because they were switching between Darabont and Gimple, and there was like that whole
lawsuit and everything.
Mr.
And,
Frank.
and then Dale being written off kind of ruined a lot. That started the chain of events that like
No,
made
no, no, no,
Andrea.
no, no.
really-
Do y'all like Dale? Do y'all like
I
Dale?
love Dale.
I love
Yeah,
Dale. But
Okay, I'm alone on this. I couldn't
the only
stand
reason
Dale.
that Andrea got the arc she did in the show was because they killed Dale.
He was
I think if
one
they
of those
would've kept
characters
him,
that you
they
love to
wouldn't have
hate.
done
Let's just say that.
with her. Because she was, like, first season, and, like, even in, like, second, they ended second with her, like, soloing
Well,
for
no,
a day and a half in the woods.
she came out and said multiple things about her exit from the show. She was actually supposed to save Woodbury on a horse. She was supposed to be the savior in that moment. She was gonna have a whole redemption arc, and they trashed it all and killed her.
Oh.
And they even, they've shown extra, like, angles of that scene with, like, Milton, and the way that they filmed, and you can tell that they didn't even really care about the way they filmed it, because it doesn't look good at all. And, like, the angle they had to bite on
And
that,
she's
it
like
just made no sense.
stopping, trying to get out of her, restraints
For hours. it
to like converse. It's like, just, you can talk to him after you get out and you get a knife ready, and then you can talk to him till he dies. But just get out of your fucking restraints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no clue that comic book Andrea
Was
was
that
that
big.
big. She
For
was
so
that
long.
big. I hate
Rashomon,
TV Andrea.
I don't hate it. I know, like, there's a particular side of the fandom that doesn't like it, that also
And they're
doesn't like
weird.
Connie and Kelly, but that's a whole other side. But I'm glad that we got Rashomon.
Mhm.
I feel like that was the one plus from losing that whole entire badass arc.
Yeah.
And Carl and Michonne's relationship too, even though it was not
Absolutely.
nearly as long as it should have been, so good.
I mean,
I would love to talk about that,
Yeah,
but you're like,
Right.
it's overtime.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is like basically
Yeah.
what happens online if you
Okay.
watch Monday nights on Venom Spotlight, 9 p.m. We have a Walking Dead reaction panel, and it always goes over. I blame her. But
all right, I got one more thing to say. So what I was going to say is that the last thing I was going to say is I get what AMC was trying to do. They wanted to try, unlike many comic book shows that they were hoping to focus to go from beginning to end. At least they're trying to do it from The Walking Dead from beginning to end. And even though the comics were still continuing, they still wanted to at least make sure it follows in that direction. Now, where there's some stuff that they expanded way too much or that they just went off, yes, but at the same time, at least they're trying to reach and they are finally at the end now. So I don't know how they're going to end this series and all, but at least they're at the actual final arc of where the comics is. So well, who knows? Because unlike so many shows that I wish, based on comics, I wish I would have loved to see more of. Because God, I really wanted to see more of the White Last Man. I love the comic. They like the show too much. There was some changes. No, and I'm not saying like a masculine or a feminine thing. Just just some weird changes here and there and so forth. But The Walking Dead, at least, hopefully, whatever happens at the end, hopefully it's actually at least it gives us a good ending. Maybe not a proper ending. Maybe not the definitive ending. Because again, all these spin-offs and epilogues just kind of ruins, the suspense of who's gonna live last and all. But let's just hope that it actually gives us some sort of ending. And maybe bring back some couple of more characters from the past, some sort of cameo or
right,
something.
and then they can be in Tales of the Walking Dead. Let's
Do not.
quickly,
Do not.
let's go down the rows. Tell people where they can find you online, and then we're out of here.
Oh, you can find me online at Mama Deadhead on every single social media.
All right.
So YouTube likes to copyright, we know that. So I post my reactions on my website, machon.com, but you can still see pretty much everything on my YouTube channel. It's just Machon, MACHOND. Instagram and Twitter is Machon Reacts.
So I recently changed my name on YouTube, and search results aren't being super nice with it, but it's Jack's World on YouTube. But if you type Jack's World Walking Dead, usually comes up, and that has the links for all my other socials, which we're trying to get changed, and they're all different, so I'm not going to try and explain and say them all. They're all there.
And you can find me on Fandom Spotlight. You can look up Fandom Spotlight on YouTube, and the YouTube search gods are kind to me. It's also fandomspotlight.com, Fandom Spotlight on all the social media. And thanks, all you fun people, for showing up today. Full house, it was awesome. Thanks so much, and Governor and this awesome crew out.
Oh my God,